Hey selectors, I'm Jack, and this is the assist line. If you have a local game store that you buy your Wixoss product from, you might see the newest set, Nijisanji, on the shelves. And in this video, I'll tell you a little bit about it, what to expect when you open your packs, and some cool things it offers. Let's get started. So Nijisanji, also known as CP01, is a bit different than other Wixoss sets in a few ways. First and most obvious to some, instead of the original Elrig characters and cards often featured in Wixoss, Nijisanji cards all had the VTubers from, well, Nijisanji. It's a collab set with Nijisanji, the VTuber management company which is owned by ANYCOLOR. It showcases many of their core talents like Anj, Toko, Mito, Lise, and many more. Now you may remember that the very first set of Wixoss, PO0, also had Nijisanji cards. Don't worry, you don't need to go back and pick up cards that have been out of print for a long time. Virtually everything you'd want to play has been reprinted in this new set, pun intended. Now unlike PO0, CP01 is much smaller and only focuses on Nijisanji things. Because of this, the set only has two colors of cards, white and black, just like the original Niji stuff. Virtually all the Signi are virtual class, and they all kind of work together in their own little kits, which I'll talk about in a moment. And no, I will not stop. Anyway, let's talk briefly about what to expect if you purchase a box at your LGS. CP01 has the standard goodies like LRs, LRPs, SRPs, and URs, but also features a few English rares per case which are original to the Western release. In addition, you can open fun reprints of good cards like Death Deck, White Heaven, and Xenocluster, now featuring awesome Nijisanji art. Since the set is pretty small, it doesn't actually take that many boxes if you want to buy yourself some sealed product and make a few decks. And on that note, let's talk briefly about what this set offers in terms of mechanics. CP01 is a standalone set. Since all the Signi are virtual and all the good virtual Signi are reprinted, you need absolutely no other cards to make some very strong decks. Even the pieces in CP01 are kind of coded to play together, with some requiring you to play relay pieces to use, which are unique to CP01. This includes a new piece that basically reads "Mill your opponent's deck," because that's cool. There are 4 new center Elrigs, Anj, Toko, Mito, and Lise. These new Elrigs have a currency called Collab Livers, which are kind of like coins. You can spend this currency to perform their once per turn abilities and some other stuff. Each one kind of centers around a different kit, which if you look at the Signi and spells in the set, it becomes pretty obvious what synergizes with which Elrig. The new Anj Center is all about returning things to your opponent's hand and lots of Elrig attacks. Signi that are fantastic with Anj include Furin and her signature spell, Furin Slash, which of course returns things to hand, but also gives you resources for doing so. Some others are Nishizono, which lets you restand your center Elrig, and Finana, which tacks as guarding. Other than that, the White Signi and CP01 have great abilities like Shadow, Insurance Against Vanishing, Top Checking, and Blinking your opponent's Signi. Anj can play very aggressively, but you can also put on a good defense thanks to the other half of White and CP01 kind of playing into that with Lise. The new Lise Center is all about defense. She has an ability that lets you spend Collab Livers as guards, so good luck rushing her down. Her once per game lets you top check and gives your Signi Shadow, so you really can't break her board without some major commitment. Some Signi that are good with her package are Amamiya, which lets you salvage a guard and protects your other Signi, and China, which globally boosts your Signi by 3k. Again, the rest of the White Signi package here is just kind of good stuff that works with other virtual Signi, with high defensive power, shadow, etc. Moving to black, the new Mito Center is all about mill and salvage. She can take things from your trash and put them onto the field, and her once per game mills both you and your opponent for 10. Now the black Signi and CP01 have a lot of intertwining abilities that give things minus power and mill your opponent, a lot of times based on how many cards you have in the trash. An example is Selin, that gives a Signi minus 8k, but if you have 10 cards in your trash, gives them minus 10k instead. The level 1 and 2 black Signi have a lot of abilities that salvage things, give your opponent Signi minus power, and of course do little things to mill your opponent. With Mito and the new piece, you can easily mill your opponent twice in one game. But if you want to stick with the whole minus power thing, the new Toko Center is for you. She gives your opponent Signi minus power. That is what she does. Cards like Rena, which can globally debuff your opponent's board, are perfect for her. But again, there's plenty of salvaging and vanishing based on how many cards are in your trash among black Signi and CP01. Now, no matter which of these 4 Elrigs appeals to you, both white and black have generically good cards that can go in any deck, like Elira and Asahina. Each Elrig features a line of assists too, which vary from putting Signi from your trash onto your field to close holes, or to replacing damage with milling cards, almost like Deus Shield. You can definitely run these new centers with assists outside CP01, or put these centers in decks that aren't all virtual Signi. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. But again, if you want to play the new pieces, you're kind of locked in since most of them work with virtual Signi. So to close, CP01 is a fantastic set. There's a lot of shiny stuff to pull of your favorite VTubers, and mechanically the set is very strong. For a little set, it offers a lot, and since it stands on its own, it's a fantastic set for beginners looking to buy some cards. But that's all for now. If you want to know more about CP01 or Nijisanji, I'd recommend to go to your local game store, pick up a box, and start brewing. And thanks for calling the assist line. Thank you for calling the assist line. The Wixoss media you requested is complete. However, please stay on the line for more content. To subscribe and receive more Wixoss content, please press the subscribe button on your screen now. The assist line values your feedback and encourages you to leave your comments in the indicated section. To repeat this media, press the replay button on your device.